Site, California Worship Center.
Yes, thank you guys.
Y'all understand this church is a family church.
Absolutely.
When I start thinking through churches that would be affected and areas that would be affected, of course, this is one of the first churches that I reached out to. Pastor Warren Campbell, First Lady Erica Campbell. We have the church staff and family. Again, it's a family church, y'all. So you have to understand the dynamic here. These are not just workers, these are family, part of the family that comes together. And so we have Coco. Lady Coco, talk to me about what you do here.
Well, I'm an administrator here. I'm also a greeter, and we have singles ministry, but I'm here just to serve our community and serve the people, those that have been displaced. But we are here. Our church doors are open, so come on in and get what you need, and what you don't need, we'll try to find it.
Absolutely.
My brother George, talk to me, boo.
I'm super excited just to be serving. I'm here. Initially started out just literally as the minister of music at church, and now doing a little bit of everything and work with alongside them in administration and everything. But we're super excited to be here and to be serving the community. Of course, for me, it's like almost, I don't want to say PTSD because I have hope, but I've experienced this on the other side of it, going through Katrina. And so this is the year, the 20th anniversary of Katrina. So it's all kind of like a bittersweet moment. But, you know, I understand the gift of restoration, and I know that God gives back. And so I'm excited to be able to offer that little bit of hope from a different perspective to others. So we're glad.
Pastor George. Yes.
I want to burn up.
All right, Selena, talk to us, boo.
Yes, so I'm Selena, and I'm also an administrator here. I also sing on the praise team and do some other things. I'm, just here to serve
here
as
do
well.
everything.
Exactly. Wear a few hats here.
Family.
But I'm excited to serve. You know, this has given me a different level of compassion.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, just experiencing it, and you know, just what people are going through, and so I'm just excited to help provide whatever we can to, you know, and fill the need. So we're grateful to you guys.
I'm going to say this. I've been to many sites, but I'm going to tell you there's something about the presence of the Lord at this site that you just feel when you walk in this space. It feels very warm. It feels very, you know, where the anointing rests, you know? So I feel that as soon as I walked in this space, and it was even restoration for me, because I've been going since the very beginning. I'm tired. So I felt restored. So if y'all just need a little restoration, come on down. The presence of the Lord is here. Okay, let's talk through some of the products. Y'all talk to me about some of the things you have, because I've seen a little bit of everything. Selena, take it away.
So we have your personal hygiene items here.
I call this CVS.
This right here is our little baby center, from diapers to pull-ups to formula, as well as some toothbrushes.
Kids' toothbrushes.
Absolutely. We're providing for the kids as well. And then we have your personal hygiene, from soap to shaving cream and razors and deodorant and toothbrushes and toothpicks. We literally have the things that you would need just to, you know, have for your daily living. So
I see diapers over here. I see women's hygiene stuff. So pads and tampons for women.
And even the good floss.
The good.
The good quality.
You know, I'm gonna tell you something about World Vision.
Come on.
Y'all bought the pride.
Yes.
You know, in our quality.
and that's important to say, because a lot of times people give you the leftovers.
You guys
this
have
is truly
amazing
top of the
quality
line.
stuff.
Quality,
And George,
quality items.
with you going through Katrina, I just want to talk about that really quickly, because one of the things that has been the main thing that I'm thinking about and hearing as I'm going through this is people are receiving goods, and it's different to be in their shoes. It's not like they came from a homeless situation. Overnight, they became homeless. And so just being sensitive about, as they're walking into these spaces and having to receive donations. And so I've been asking that people do not bring your worst, the stuff that you don't want. Because these are not people who are just, not that you should give that to anybody, but don't bring your trash down to the donation center. Bring your best, because we are God's best and his people deserve the best. So don't just go through, I don't want this, I don't want that. Because again, people have lost, their house could have been $2 million, but now they're down to nothing. So George, talk to me about like kind of being in that position through Katrina, because we know you got Dior, we know you got, we do. know you got it. Talk to us about being in that space.
Yeah, you know, it's very interesting. When Katrina came through, I was at a place in life where I was doing really well. I was young, but I was making a lot of money. I was working for my godfather, Bishop Morton, in New Orleans. And so, you know, you never imagine a natural disaster hitting your home or affecting you in a certain way. And it was like an overnight thing for us, you know. And so overnight you have literally nothing. And so I literally remember walking into centers. I remember walking into specifically a place where they were giving out food to us. And the TV was on. And just imagine being in a different town, a different city, because you had to leave your city. And on TV, they're calling you refugees. They're saying, you know, the refugees from New Orleans. It's like, no, we're Americans, and you know, it just changed overnight. Yeah. But literally, you know, you are reminded in those moments how important life is and family rather than things, because at that point, this is prior to digital media. We didn't have Facebook. We didn't have just things down to family photo albums. You know, things that you now that we can just log in and see pictures and family pictures and stuff. You didn't have that back then, you know, so it was just lost if you weren't able to save it. And so it makes you appreciate life more. But literally, a lot of us have been, I don't want to say re-traumatized because I don't want to make it a bad thing, but there is a level of PTSD that kind of kicks in when you see people are coming, and like you say, you don't know if these people had millions or if they had a penny before this happened, but we're all on the same level at that point, and we all are in need of something. And walking into these places to maintain my dignity and all of that, when I walked in, the best thing I felt was people being nice to me, kind to me, smiling at me, because they're leaving out and they're going back home. I was leaving out saying, okay, where am I sleeping tonight? Where am I going? Phones weren't working. The towers were down. What about family? What about friends? Will I be able to go back to my city? It was just a lot of questions, you know. And so coming into this, I have an excitement almost to be able to share from a different perspective today, but understanding where they were. You know, and the beautiful part about this is still that there are people locally that can help you. With our situation, our entire city was wiped out. Literally the entire city, you know, so you are outside of everything that felt familiar. At least we're still in California. And so we're glad. I'm super excited and grateful for you and allowing us, our church, to be able to come together and be the church. These are the things that Jesus desires for us to be able to reach out to people and hopefully facilitate healing too. You know, I think that a lot of people, even those who have not been affected by the fire, still feel some type of pain and emotion behind it, because we're humans and we see what other people are going through. You know, politics, it doesn't matter. You know, color, it doesn't matter, because once again, at the end of the day, your Democrat or your Republican status could not stop your house from burning. You get what I'm saying? You being black or you being white, that couldn't stop your house from burning. And so now it's like coming together just as humans. You know? So we appreciate World Vision for the work that you do so much.
Y'all need to make this video go viral. This might go ahead, Will.
I got a question. Is there some advice you can offer the fire victims, something that you learned, you know, when you went through Katrina, that they could save a lot of time and a lot of the runaround, you know, some advice you could offer them?
It's different because I'm in a different place. You know, Louisiana was a different thing, and so we were actually displaced to Texas and Oklahoma and all of these different Georgia, all of these different places. But the one thing I will say, advice for your personal self, as far as getting stuff, there are so many people, and this is the beautiful thing about California. Californians have really stepped up to help people out, and that's been great to see all of the people stepping up to give clothes and donations and monetary donations and all of that. But my advice to anybody that has gone through this, two things: God will restore, and find any and every reason to maintain your hope, because things always get better. It feels like it when you're in it that it's the end. And you know, we've all experienced things that seem like the end. You have no home and all of these different things, but things always get better. And so for me, coming through Katrina, I literally learned how to maintain hope through the hardest situation. Looking at it everywhere I went, I would go into grocery stores. I could be in Texas, I could be in Atlanta, and they were talking about it at the register. Did you hear about what happened in New Orleans? TV's on. They didn't know that I was somebody that had gone through this, and I didn't want to say anything. So I'm literally walking through the world at this point, walking through life, and every single place I went, there was some type of reminder that this had just happened, and they're talking about refugees, and I'm like, that's me that they're talking about, you know. And so I maintained hope, you know, through it. And so look, 20 years later, the anniversary year of Katrina, I'm able to be on the other side and to offer hope to other people.
good.
And not only with stuff, but also with stuff on the inside, help them spiritually and emotionally and all of that good stuff. So it's a great thing to be able to do. I'm grateful for that.
Yes, thank you, George.
This might be the best interview that I've done so far. If you don't get nothing, I'm talking about California Worship Center, y'all. When I said it's a place of restoration, I didn't even realize, George, how deep we were going to go. And that's why I can understand the presence that I feel here, because there's a compassion, there's a familiarity of what's happened. And I just thank God for this. I'm being restored just by listening to this, y'all. So I hope this goes viral, because we're teaching people how to treat us. We're teaching people that when you're talking about the fire victims, you don't know if the person next to you is a fire victim. So you're talking about them like they're not the people that are amongst us. So let's just continue to watch our words, continue to watch how we're giving donations, not grudgingly, but with a joyful heart, with a joyful spirit, and know that as you need more restoration, you can come here, because apparently this is a place of restoration, a place of deliverance, and a place of hope. Somebody tune up the organ, because I shout up in here. All right, Coco, take us through some more stuff. I didn't got told.
Let's go through.
And share the address too.
So the address is 214 McClay Avenue. We're in San Fernando, California, 91304. Out here, this is actually our lobby. So right now we have a men's area where we set up men's clothes, men's shoes. Over here we have our blankets, and we have some cutlery, some cups, some snack packs, and some lunch. Yes, right. And keep it hot or cold, but making sure that they have their blankets. We also have tent set up over there. We have coolers, we have generators. World Vision has been amazing. We have toys for the kids, we have food on the back wall, we have set up snack packs, we have our men's shoes, we have walls and walls of water. We still have stuff inside the church. And then George, help us out, move us into our next section.
And
While you go into the next section,
yeah, I was about to say,
I could talk about it. Can you come tell us about the snack pack, please?
Oh, I put those together.
Sister.
That's
coordinated
that.
Okay, come on. Talk to us. Because this is genius. Come on.
Yes.
Talk to us, because this is genius. We gave them
what we did.
the cooler,
Yes, we gave them the cooler.
but I
and what
didn't
we
think
did,
about, girl,
Yes, let me tell you what we did.
talk to me.
We got the cooler,
Yeah.
and what we put in here, we put in water and Gatorade and snacks and chips, and we have some breakfast bars in there. We have some Skinny Pop in there because we want to stay nice, and here we go.
Nice and skinny.
A little, yeah. So yeah, we just wanted to fill it with some
up.
good things. There's some cup of noodle soup in there, and some just all sorts of goodies.
Let me
for
just
people
say,
to nosh
this is
on.
the smartest idea that I've
Thank you,
seen.
Sarah. I feel very smart.
You are really smart. So put these things
Yeah,
together.
so we said, you know what, we're gonna stock this with
That
some of the
was
goodies.
so smart, and the fact that it's in a cooler, because you got to
World
think
Vision. There it is
we
there.
have nowhere to go home to put it in the refrigerator to keep it hot or cold. They put it in the cooler and just like boom, there it is. I'm telling you, something in this place. There's a spirit in this place. My God. Talk to us, George. I know y'all
of organization and
Yes,
things.
and creativity and innovation. That's what that is. That's innovative.
Now, one thing that we talked about earlier, just a minute ago, was
Okay.
about how people were giving their best, like bringing stuff that.
Yeah.
I'm talking Jordans, literally bringing Jordans and
Yes.
ones, and for
Wow.
us that love sneakers, then you understand how important that is to be able to come. And there was a young guy that came, and I think he had 2 kids and was married and had lost everything, and so he came through and he was so shocked and surprised that we had such great things for them to take home. He was like, I really can take as much. Really? So he took one of the a pair of Jordans, and then he took some shoes for his children, and the snack pack that they put together. And of course, you see all the shoes and clothes over here, the children's and baby shoes. And
The baby
everything over
Nikes,
here.
the baby Nikes. Look at them. All the kids' shoes.
I love it. The
They were
Vans.
putting together outfits earlier. I was like, this is too much.
Look at these little Vans.
Baby Crocs.
Tell them what we did for the kids because we actually put outfits with shoes.
Yeah, they were literally like stylists over here. They were like personal stylists putting stuff together. You know, now of course we're dressed down today, but usually we all look very stylish. Joyce,
If they give it from their closets, I'm coming back. I'm just gonna be honest.
So yeah, so we so that's that over there. And if you see, as you see over here, more clothing and everything, shoes over there too, more clothing. They even have heels and stuff for women. Like, I mean, they have real stuff. Yeah,
brand new.
Real good stuff. Shirts and tops and dresses for women. All of this over here. We have so much stuff. And we're excited to be able to facilitate this. These are boys' clothes over here. And girls' clothes over here, yeah. We even have like some books that people bought, and as Coco said, we have toys, all of that kind of stuff. We had like 50 volunteers that came that literally gave their time at 8 o'clock this morning. They're upstairs. I mean, literally 8 o'clock this morning. They were volunteering.
There goes one now.
There's one volunteer. No, don't try to hide.
It's honestly a blessing.
Let me tell you about her though. She's so bomb. Not only is she's here volunteering, and she's been doing this ever since the fires happened. She's been at different sites. She was also a fly girl in The Living Color.
My girls up in here representing, okay?
Yeah. And she's a director, actor, and all of that good stuff. So we just appreciate so many people coming out and being a part. There's some more people in our ministry, celebrities that have given and given their time and everything today as well. And so we're super excited. And once again, just partnering with a company like World Vision has been so amazing.
George, I see some items that are often being forgotten. So we have socks, we have underclothes. You see the Bomba socks, you see some underclothes for the young ladies, the jackets, coats. So these are items that we don't always think about. So just want to put that out there as you're thinking about donating. Things like this really help because people don't have, their basic, they don't have a sock drawer anymore. They don't have an underwear drawer. So being able to see these things are really good. I seen some more stuff over here. They're just taking me through the socks and the underwears and the blankets and the shawls. So can y'all come back? Let's do our final farewell. Talk to me about some of the needs here. And I'm trying not to cry because I've been keeping it together. But y'all have done such an amazing job. And with this, they just got their delivery this morning. So it's not like they had a lot of time to put everything together. They became an on-the-spot disaster relief, like they are a command center. So I'm so proud of the work that's been done here. But talk to us about some of the things that you still need and how people can donate to the cause.
What we're finding out from what the people that have already come is that we do need more men items, and that is men's shoes, men's clothing, but also we're finding that young girls, ladies from 18 to 25, that actually wear size 12 shoes and are in high school. So thinking about that, having that on your mind when you're thinking about young girls and keeping their dignity and wanting to feel just as normal as they can. So things like that.
Yeah. Y'all know kids come big nowadays. When I was a kid,
Right,
all kids were small, but we love it. And one thing that I want to add to that is that when it comes to meeting the needs of people, that always is a blessing. Sometimes we forget that, like Coco was saying, male products. Men groom, they shave, those type of things, and we forget about those things because us that have not gone through these tragedies or traumatic experiences, those are things that we just, we got to brush, we got to comb, but when you go through these things, I can remember coming out of that Katrina season for us, there were so many just regular everyday things that you forget that you need until you don't have them anymore. Right. And so you can never go wrong fulfilling the needs of people. People like to eat, people need somewhere to sleep, people, those kind of things. So even when you're thinking about donating things, if you're donating hotel rooms or whatever it is that you want to give, people can really, really use those things. And I promise you, one of the greatest feelings in the world, besides somebody saying, I'm praying for you or you're on my mind, is fulfilling a need that they have.
So how do we give, again, we're at California Worship Center, y'all. Tell me about your pastors. Tell me about where we can donate to. Tell me about kind of a little bit of the ongoing efforts. And again, all of us are figuring it out. So pretty much you can go to their website, for more information. Their socials, they'll continue updating you. But Coco, I'm going to ask you to fill us in a little bit about
You're always welcome to actually come to our building.
Okay.
We're not open 24 hours, but we do have a way that you can enter, slide. Somebody can always meet you up here to open the door though and receive, but we're taking gift cards as well. We're giving those out, but you can also go to the social medias of our pastor Warren Campbell, First Lady Erica Campbell. We also have our own page, Cali Worship. You can also go to info@caliworship.com. And what I would say is that we do have a pastor and First Lady that requires excellence of us. So like she said, for us to come in today, it doesn't take anything to have volunteers to be here and get this done just as quick as possible, and then give out excellent service as if we're doing it for God Himself. So we thank World Vision. Is there anything you want to add as far as any contact?
One thing that is very important to say, first off, our First Lady actually is getting over COVID, so they would have been here as well with us, but she's getting over COVID. But one thing Pastor made sure to say yesterday was that he wants to make sure that the church, we put our money where our mouth is. So we're not just doing this, but we're also literally financially getting out to people. We know some other pastors, the Burrell family, and that would suffer the loss in Altadena, not only their church building, but also their homes out there. Multiple people in their family, I think 5 people from their family lost their homes out in that area. So we're also financially giving back to those communities as well. So like she said, you can reach out to us on social media. You can email us at info@caliworship.com. We're going to be ongoing doing this. Pastor said last night on a call, that for the next few weeks until further notice, we're going to be making sure we're active in helping the relief efforts for these fires and everything. These some are our volunteers too that are coming down. They've been up there eating, but they're coming down. So we're excited and just happy to have this partnership with World Vision. You know, we are stronger together. So when pulling resources together and pulling people together, we're always stronger and able to do more work. So we're super excited.
And you can also schedule to come pick up anything, and you can reach us at that email, info@caliworship.
And I will tag them and put all the socials on there so you guys know how to reach out. But don't you feel the love? Don't you feel the love here?
And we love each other for real.
No, for real, for real.
And
we love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank you guys so much. Because they family too. They're not saying that, but they family too. They come often. I appreciate it.
So anyway, y'all, we're going to keep you updated with what's going on. Make sure you're reaching out to this church. Feel the love. Stay connected. We love you. God bless you. And we're praying for you. And make this go viral.
This one right here.
This pastor right here that just preached.
They're going to try to get me
I'm going to tag him. I'm going to tag him for all of us, because we need to hear that over and over and over and over. That word was powerful, George, and I love you for that. And man, I didn't even know how much you had gone through, so I'm trying to keep it together. All right, y'all, stay tuned.